Hi guys, welcome back. Mia here, and today I'm so happy to have you here because I am talking about one of my favorite topics of all time, and that is a little bit of self-development. So today we're talking about leveling up in your 20s. I am still in the glorious thickness of my 20s. However, I would say that I'm definitely someone who has lived quite a few lives and so I definitely have been picking up on a lot of things, reflecting a lot throughout my 20s, and I'm happy to share some of the things that I've learned along the way with y'all so that way you can level up as well. If you are new here, welcome. We are a fully vegan marketplace with our YouTube channel focusing on fashion, beauty, self-care, wellness, all of that good stuff. So if you're new here, make sure to subscribe. And with that being said, let's jump into it. I have quite a few tips I want to share with you guys, and I'm excited. So number one on my list, and this is a very important tip and something that's taken me a long time to fully idealize and understand about myself, is that one, you want to accept that you're constantly changing. As teenagers, as young adults, I think we have this idea in our head of what the 20s are supposed to look like. And a lot of times it doesn't really live up to what, media or society tells you that's what it's supposed to look like. We see so many different shows and movies that make like our 20s seem so put together and so figured out. And that's just not the reality of it. Your 20s are really like a soul-searching time. You're gonna do a lot of molting, a lot of changing, and that's not a bad thing. They even say that your brain isn't even fully developed until you're 25. So in between 20 to 25, you have so much potential. Who you are is not set in stone. And that's the beauty of it. And that brings me to my second tip, which is be open. Be open to new things, new people, new opportunities, new ideas. That is the whole point of adulthood, in my personal opinion, is that it's learning to kind of escape the expectations or the things that you learned in childhood. You're individualizing, you're becoming a new person. So opening yourself up to these new things is really the only way we can learn. Dependent on your religious beliefs or your spiritual beliefs, we're on this earth once, or we're who we are once. So it's really important to be open and try new things, read a new book, go out on a bunch of dates, meet new people. There's not always has to be a goal in everything that you do. You don't have to be productive in everything you do. Sometimes you just need to experience things just to experience them. And there's so much learning that comes with that. And especially if you work a traditional 9-to-5 job, it can be very easy to get stuck in a monotonous routine. So that's why I really emphasize trying new things, stepping out and broadening your horizons. You just never know what is gonna come from an opportunity until you try it. Explore, do it all. 3, stop comparing your journeys to others. Stop it right now. Comparison is the thief of joy. Really hard, I know, to not go on Instagram and scroll on TikTok and see that people you went to high school with are having babies. Maybe, I don't know if you want to have babies, but they're having babies, they're getting married, they just got this job promotion on LinkedIn. And it's really hard to look at other people's lives and not see the value in yours and what you're doing and see how special and beautiful the life that you're crafting. But the thing is you gotta cut that out. Cut it out now. I'm not trying to yell at you, but you have to center yourself and remember that everything you do on this earth has a purpose. It has such meaning, and your journey is not gonna look like everyone else's. It's a really hard lesson to learn and to accept, for sure, because we live in such a standardized society that tells us this is what we're supposed to do by these benchmarks, and this is what success looks like. This is what happiness looks like. And there isn't an answer for that. You answer that. My personal example looked like growing up thinking that by 25, I would have the dream job, I would have kids and a husband, and be a big happy family. I've realized that for sure there are things of that journey that I've just kind of pulled from other people. It hasn't been from my soul. In my 20s, I've accepted that I'm pretty proudly queer, and I just want to meet people and connect, and who I love is who I love.
Gay rights.
But regardless of that, you will have those, kind of touchstone moments in every aspect of your life. And with that being said, I think a really nice thing to remember is also to document and reflect the moments that you're building and bringing into your life. There is definitely a need for being present and for being mindful. However, I think there are some special ways that you can document your 20s, whether that be, journaling and reflecting, writing about your experiences, about what you're grateful for daily. I have a film camera and I try to take only really special moments on my film camera, or things that just feel kind of pure and feel like they need to be documented, even if it's just like a night hanging out with my best friends. Yeah, I want to remember that of my 20s, and is an importance of making every day a celebration and, understanding that there's a lot of good when there is a lot of darkness and also, uncertainty. So tip number 5 is one that I really love. And it's something that I've been definitely working on since entering my 20s, and that is nourishing and nurturing your inner child. Asking yourself, what made me happy when I was a child? Even though this is about leveling up in your 20s and like the beauty of the 20s, you don't need to say goodbye to that like beautiful, wondrous, imaginative person that is still in you. That person, that little kid, is really important to who you are. Maybe doing inner child work looks like putting together an outfit that little you would love. Just something that makes you feel playful and fun. Or it could be doing an art project, going outside with some chalk or painting inside, something that you don't really give yourself the time to do. Making a favorite food that maybe isn't particularly healthy. It's like grilled cheese and french fries. It's something that you loved as a kid, but it makes you feel warm and loved and like hugged, like it's about caring for yourself in a way that you maybe don't get as much anymore as a 20-year-old. You have to learn to parent yourself, and parenting yourself is nurturing that inner child. On a more serious note, as much as I love art projects and dancing and being silly, you should also be very serious about starting to save and putting away money for your future. I wouldn't say I'm the best expert when it comes to like financial planning and all of that. However, I would say, just make a plan for yourself, whether it goes to budgeting month to month to putting away savings. It's something that further you 10 years down the line, every older person has told me that you will thank yourself for. Putting away a little bit of money each month really does make a difference, and you'll start to see it build over time. If you want to be held accountable a little bit more, there are great investment apps such as like Acorns that I know a lot of people use that will take the money out of your account, out of your paycheck, and it really helps with investing and saving. Lastly, I want to end this video with a tip that I feel really shows up in multiple aspects of our lives. And it's paying attention and being impeccable with your word. How you show up in the world affects us in so many ways. It's not only on an external level of how we treat others, but how we treat ourselves. So putting out positive language, not talking about others in negative ways, really just spreading the love essentially is how you're gonna manifest and become a fully formed person. If you're constantly complaining, if you're constantly talking down about yourself or others, that's how you're gonna see the world. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope that it gave you a little bit of insight, a little bit more value to your 20s, and to remember that you're just having fun, you're living, we're leveling up. If you like this video, definitely give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and tell us what your favorite thing of your 20s has been so far. We want to hear about your adventures. All right, guys. See you next week. Bye.